Ladies and gentlemen, we back to K1 action. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner from ICB Warriors. Bring us together for Bradley Kemp. Introducing the fighter standing across the page in the blue corner from Exiles Mixed Martial Arts. Give it up for Chris Hayes. This is an amateur K1 contest over 3 rounds.
Got film the rules, guys. This is still an amateur. There's no knees to the head. One knee in the clinch, one hand, then knees you want. So the hand touches there or there. One knee, you break the clinch. In case of a knockdown, go to neutral corner.
Well, as two fighters looking lean and mean enter the ring, it's K1 action again. 3 2-minute rounds at 65 kilograms. Fighting out of the red corner. And Team Iseni, Bradley Kemp, his opponent in the blue from Exiles, Chris Hayes. And with a touch of gloves, it's Hayes with the blitz.
Oh, wow. Chris Hayes, known for being a rangy fighter, and he's got incredibly fast hands, Chris.
And fast kicks as well. He got checked once, but left kick, counter. And Bradley Kemp goes crashing to the mat, a little bit of an inadvertent slip. And jumping for that lead knee is the Exiles fighter again. Man, that guy throws some thunder, Dean.
Chris has got some beautiful power straight down the pipe. Comes in with that jumping knee. Oi!
And again, a slip from Bradley Kemp. I love those kicks to the leg, though, from Kemp. He's very quick as well. Seems to be a little bit more of a direct kicker. If you look at the way that Chris Hayes raises his knee and then chops over, a bit more of a kind of karate influence from Kemp. More direct, as I said. And it's just as quick, if not quicker. There we go. Look at that. Look at the red marks on Chris's body. A testament to the offensive.
Bradley smells blood here. He's going in hook for hook.
And Bradley Kemp looking ever more dangerous here. Willing to fight fire with fire, going punch for punch with Chris Hayes. Oh, that was, wow. Man, that was the best one for sure. He caught that lead kick going a little bit too far from Chris Hayes. He was out of position and then punished him, Dean.
Heavy kicks from Bradley Kemp. However, he doesn't put anything on the back of the punches. He comes up with a kick and doesn't follow up with anything else. It's just single punches, single kicks from Bradley Kemp at the moment, whereas Chris Hayes is coming in flurries, big shots, flying knees. Again there, see, fries the kick, puts his hands up, waits to get punished. He needs to put some punches on the end of those kicks, Chris.
Look at the body of Chris Hayes now. 10 seconds to go. Very intent is Bradley Kemp. Nice counter again. Bradley Kemp really finding his rhythm. And it seemed to me he was getting beaten to the punch in the beginning of this round, but he came back with a thunderous answer. Fantastic stuff. And if you look at the replays there, taking a look at the highlights, both fighters were landing, but it seemed to me that Bradley Kemp was able to turn up the tempo, Dean, particularly going to the body of Chris Hayes. Although Chris Hayes probably landed the earlier and more significant flurries.
Really impressed with Bradley Kemp's movement of his hips. He really puts his hips into those kicks. Equally, Chris Hayes comes out, big knees, flying knees, heavy punches. Excellent fight so far.
And we continue here, round 2 of 3. And Hayes versus Kemp is heating up the building, Dean.
The flare in these fighters. Oh, was that a slip? Looked like it connected there.
And you could say the confidence, as you said, the flair of these two. The eagerness to engage again. Throwing everything but the kitchen sink is Bradley Kemp.
Thunderous kicks from Kemp, thunderous punches. He's really putting different punches and different combinations on the end of his shots. He's not throwing single shots, which is definitely improving his damage in this round.
And showing more variety as well. That's a tough dude, man. He got really hammered on by Chris Hayes in the beginning of the first round. Nice check. And that was a better connection from Chris Hayes. I like how he's showing that left kick now. Check though now again with an outside right round kick. And it's Bradley Kemp who keeps on surging forward, Dean.
Kemp has come forward in this next round, really put the pressure on, back in Hayes up, taking him out of his comfort zone, not allowing him, drawing him into his own game. Hayes is a good rangy fighter, and at the moment he's fighting in the pocket with a guy who seems to be dominating him, fighting in this pocket. He's got heavy kicks, heavy hands. You don't want to be trading toe-to-toe with one of those guys, Chris.
And fantastic technique. I love that right knee and then a right round kick from Bradley Kemp. But Chris Hayes, he's still in it. I think he needs to get behind that jab again and utilize that reach advantage, Dean.
Chris Hayes almost certainly coming too close to his opponent here in the second round. Not throwing any, as he backs up there, Chris, he's not throwing anything. He's not giving Kemp anything to think about. And Kemp's not worried about coming in, as you see there, flying knee with a big overhand right.
And cracks him with that right. And Hayes is like, well, he looks a little bit lackadaisical. He says, what more am I supposed to do? But I think it's got to be that reach, Dean. That's the key. That's definitely the most significant physical advantage he possesses over his opponent.
Chris Hayes needs, Chris. Chris Hayes needs to get behind his jab, probably put on an uppercut, and more importantly, Chris, use the teep. When you've got a powerful fighter that's going to come in, like Kemp, you need to teep him away, teep low on his legs. It'll push him off balance, and ultimately he won't be able to strike you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Bradley Kemp, so dangerous there in that round. Again, really teeing off at moments on Chris Hayes, setting up what is going to be possibly one of the most exciting rounds of the night. Round 3 coming right up. It's Contenders EA. Third and final round here in this K1 showcase. It's Kemp versus Hayes. And what a way to start things off for Hayes. You can see the way he was looking to connect on the inside leg kick. Again, a slip. Possible knee injury here from Kemp. This would be so unfortunate.
Oh, that would be an upset, especially as Kemp's kicks are his main weapon in this barrage of a fight.
And I could see him slip on that in the first maybe 30 seconds or so of round 1. I thought there may have been an injury due to the way he slipped off a couple of kicks.
Now let's hopefully see Chris Hayes aim for that leg. I think he is, Chris. He smells blood.
Man, Kemp is so tough. I think he really torqued that, Dean. And Hayes knows it, as you said. Oh, man, he goes. Oh! And clipped again with a right hand. Is Kemp. And I'm telling you, man, Hayes was in some trouble there in round 2, but I think Kemp may have been hurt from the slips in round 1. You know, it's so difficult when you're throwing that much torque, when you're throwing that much emphasis into each and every single strike. The potential for things to go wrong when you got such velocity on those things is significant, Dean. It is a significant factor in combat sports.
For sure. As you know, Thai fighters usually retire at the age of 30. It's very rare you see a professional, high-level Thai fighter. Why? Like you said, it takes an amazing toll on the body. As we see Kemp limping there, it's unfortunate to see such a great fighter with beautiful kicks with a knee injury. Hopefully he bounces back from this. However, it cost him this fight here today, Chris.
Well, let's go over to Tom Vince and we'll get the official announcement. It's Contenders East Anglia.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing your winner by referee stoppage in the blue